I've seen any comments on there. Good afternoon, bowlers. We are live today. It's the finals of the 2018 Fatboy Challenge. We have Gene Perez and Zach Doty in the finals here. And I've got Collier Pavey sitting in the booth with me today. I thank you, Collier, for sitting in and doing the finals with me.
Thanks for having me.
We are bowling a best 2 out of 3 match play here, which we've been doing all day today. The pattern they're bowling on today is 45-foot PBA Dragon. It plays pretty soft here. Scores have been good all day. We did have 1 300 earlier today. In the very first game of the day, I believe RJ shot 300. And there's been a couple close calls after that, too. So with Gene and Zach here, I expect to see some big numbers, best 2 out of 3. And that's kind of what this is designed for. When you get to the finals, I want to. These guys like to watch some people throw some strikes. So here we go. Gene's been lights out the last few rounds. Well, we're gonna get it kicked off. We had a great weekend this weekend, Collier. It was had a full field of 96 bowlers start yesterday. We did have one person have to leave the field at about 1:30, and we were able to fill the spot. Yeah, I had some car trouble.
Yep. It was good, competitive, a lot of competitiveness.
Yeah, we bowled on a 41-foot pattern for the first 4 games, and it was it was a H2M pattern that we used, and it's called Squirrel, and it was tough.
It was definitely squirrely, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's appropriately named, that's for sure. Some of the guys, had some trouble with it, but some didn't. But the idea on that pattern is to try to stay as close to even as you possibly can. And
Novak put on a show for that one.
Yeah, he went 909.
Yeah, 909.
Which is a lot of pins knocked over on that pattern. In fact, Zach Doty was our second high qualifier during Squirrel. He had 888. So, and Brandon Novak just got in the Final Four. So the two guys that performed on the tougher patterns, made it through on house, because a lot of times those guys that bowl good on the tough stuff don't bowl as well on house. It's just the nature of the beast with a lot of guys. They get their game and their arm swing tuned into some tougher things, and when they get on an open pattern, they tend to struggle a little bit. Let's see, the cut line after the 4 games yesterday was plus 15. Just to give you an idea what it was like. So barely averaging, 203, 204 for your 4 games. That made it into the top 16 after the first 4 games. So it's pretty good for as strong as a field that we had. This field was freaking lights out. It's fun to watch, that's for sure.
Definitely was. I think Zach's on the ball. He's thrown it really good all weekend.
Yeah, he bowled the Coleraine Open last month here, and it's the first time I'd seen him bowl in a while. And it might have been only the first or second time he bowled some events here. He goes back-to-back 300s in the Coleraine Open. The kid's definitely got some game. I believe he was a junior gold champion a few years back. And Gene is not a fan of this pair. He talks about this pair all the time. It's his he just called it his enemy. Hi, Robin. Robin's watching from Texas. Hopefully Audrey is having a good time and bowling well down there, Robin. Yeah, junior gold is going on. We got some of the bowlers and definitely some of the folks that help affiliate this tournament with Ebonite and some of the other group. They're all down there. They're all down there taking care of junior gold, and it's a great event for the kids. So hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves, learn a little bit, get to meet a lot of the pros, and just have fun with it. So
it's always a good time. There's definitely some fun years junior gold.
Well, never had a chance to go. It was a little bit after my time, so.
It's fun to watch too. It's fun to be
yeah, if I ever get a chance to go, I definitely want to go check it out sometime. It seems like a blast. I know I've talked to Dave Wadka a little bit and about that, and he just looks forward to going down there every year to help run this. So, oh my. And guys, we are bowling again. We're bowling a best 2 out of 3 match play. So if somebody wins the first 2, they're done. We have seen the majority of our 2 of 3s today going all 3 matches. So I wouldn't be shocked that Gene might have a tough game here, but you never know what's going to happen. There's a whole lot of ball game left, and again, another game to recuperate and try to get back in the match. We did have 3 perfect games yesterday on the house pattern. Daniel Cicadas, Rick McCormick, and Blaine Arms all shot 300 yesterday on the house pattern, so congratulations to the 3 of you.
Led after house, you know?
On the house, the leader was Daniel Cicadas. He had 1,024. So you can see the difference in the scoring pace between, and in fact, a fun fact for us. Thank you. Daniel Cicadas was in 30th place after Squirrel. And overall, when it was all said and done, and he got into today, he was, he walked in today in 3rd place.
Talk about never giving up, right?
That's right. Right, you got to keep working, and that's what the tournament's all about. How Ron Bonnert's watching. Hey, Ron, thanks again for the toys. Laney will definitely appreciate them. So I've got Collier sitting in. We do have a couple more things we'll talk about throughout. Some of the ball winners from yesterday. We had a a big split the pot, and some jersey winners and things like that. We'll get to that here in a second. I got Collier sitting in. He's got an event going on next weekend at Pollard's Bowl. Collier, you want to tell us a little bit about it while we're watching here?
Oh, yeah, we got an event next weekend. Like I said, at Pollard's Bowl in Versailles, Indiana. That's KP. We have 6 spots open on each squad. It's $90 entry as of now, and it's $1,000 first place for that one. Like I said, you can just check us out on Facebook anytime. We're willing to sign you guys up. But, as far as that goes, it's a 4-game block, 2 squads, 4-game block each. Top 8 making the finals. Like I said, with first place being $1,000 on top. Other than that, yeah, just check us out, and we'll give you more information as you're needed.
Yeah, if anybody can't get in touch with Collier, just give me a shout or send me a message. I can get you through to him as well. I'll probably be down there the majority of the weekend, just coming down to support a little bit and watch. So, no, I am not going to bowl. I haven't thrown a ball since the end of the season, and I am certainly not tournament ready. So, but we'll get back there soon. That's right. But I don't mind coming down and watching. I'd certainly enjoy coming down to Pollard's Bowl when I get a chance. And yeah, I've seen the field. The field's packed, packed with talent. It should be a blast. So let's see. We had a winner yesterday.
RJ actually was the high qualifier going in today and actually got a free spot. The top 4, the final 4 today, which was Brandon Novak, Ken Abner, and then Gene Perez and Zach Doty, all get a discounted rate.
It's pretty much a half price entry.
Pretty much price on there. Again, taking your chance at $1,000. So.
Let's see estimated prize money for this first place and casher line.
For this one?
No, for next weekend.
To make the load of cash, it'd be 12. So I got 105. If you make the top 8, the load of cash is just 250, and then, like I said, first place being 1,000. So 250 for 8th place is the load of cash for that.
And your winning prize is how much? I'm sorry.
$1,000.
$1,000. Okay. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Is it on a certain pattern or is it?
Well, we actually put a vote out right now on our page. The vote will end Tuesday.
Okay.
The pattern between the Great Wall of China, which is house basically, and Route 66. And Route 66 is winning by a lot, so it's looking like it's going to be a challenge pattern. But as you know, with your votes, it can change at any moment.
That's right.
Votes can definitely take over. On Tuesday, we'll know the final pattern in the post.
Okay. Yeah, the pattern took a big turn for the swing this weekend on my sweeper vote.
I was looking at that also and saw.
Corey Ecton, how you doing? Corey watching in, I believe you're in Oklahoma.
Yeah, pretty good.
I do have a gentleman standing behind me. His name's Jason Hawley. Jason came in from Queens, New York, to bowl the Fatboy, and he's going to stick around and bowl the sweeper tonight. Jason, thank you very much for coming in. You can tell everybody we're on Facebook Live. You let everybody know what you thought about the tournament and your time here at Colerain Bowl.
Oh, Colerain Bowl was fabulous. Shots are definitely there. It's just all about you and the shot. If you have the control, then take advantage. And a lot of people did. And the field here was, I'm not going to say it was tough, but it was challenging. And it's much appreciated. I like this type of format. Thank you so much for having us.
No problem. Definitely appreciate you making the trip, man. And
I throw the ball 20 miles an hour, so me speed demons entertainment.
That's right.
For me to throw the ball like that and still have some reaction, it still is good.
That's right. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, I wanted to give Jason a shout out. He made the trip down from quite some way and drove down yesterday morning to get here in time to bowl. He drove all night long pretty much, so it was pretty cool of him to come down, and he's been having a good time, that's for sure. So we had 3 different ball raffles yesterday. We had 2 of them that were just through the tournament. And, Jenna Goodman was the winner of a Hammer Ripped Hybrid. Scott Schorsch was the winner of a Game Breaker 3. And then we had another raffle. James Bryant came in. James Bryant threw a raffle out there and said, do another split the pot type or however you want to do it for a bowling ball, and the winner can get any bowling ball they want, any bowling ball they want from Radical. So Jay Reichwein was the winner there, and he's going to get himself a new Katana Dragon for a $5 chance. So we do those types of things here often, and it certainly, it just adds a little bit of excitement to everybody and just different things. And let's see. We had some jersey winners, compliments of Eric Trujillo and Family Affair Customs.
They do great work.
Yeah, oh yeah, Collier, you just got a bunch of jerseys from them, didn't you?
KB Tournaments just went through a lot. We put a pretty big order in, coming in actually this week, right before our event next Saturday.
Yep. I got to tell you, the jerseys that we got for this weekend for the Fatboy are fantastic.
They are.
Everybody here that was affiliated with the tournament or working the tournament or had anything to do with it, we got jerseys for all of them. And they turned out really, really great. They're comfortable. They're not too hot. You can get them any way you want. You can do custom jerseys at a very, very reasonable price. Obviously, like most things, the more you order, the cheaper they are. So look up Eric Trujillo on Facebook, Family Affair Customs on Facebook. Again, if you're looking for anything through him, you want to get in touch with him, just give me a message. I will help you touch base with him. And we'll get you set up on whatever kind of jersey you want. He does have lots of stock jerseys. You can look at his Facebook page and see what he's got on there. And every jersey that he decides to come out with, that he designs with somebody, unless they specify, they become a stock jersey. So you'll be able to order them. We've got our Cincinnati Sniper jersey that's sitting out there on his page, or you can find that on mine. Those are still available for pre-sale up until the end of this month for $45. Oh my God, that's going to be a blast, man. We just picked the last sniper on Wednesday, me and Dave Kruder, and man, I'm really looking forward to that weekend or that night. Oh yeah, Lane, our guest picker, superstar Laney. She's always got to be there when she can when we do the drawings. So she watch her little head bouncing around the counter, running around until it's her turn to pick the ticket. So she looks forward to that on Wednesdays when we do it. She'll probably be disappointed this week when we don't have a ticket to draw out of a bucket. In fact, the bucket that I've been using for the tickets each week, I've got at home now, and she walks around and has her little books and all kinds of stuff in her little bucket now that she carries around. That's hers now. So I'm going to go through, we've been posting the top 16. I'm going to go through and just kind of read down the bowlers that made the top 16. And we're here to start today and their scores, just to give everybody an idea what we got. Gene's trying to get a feel for the next game now. I just let this one just finish up and see what he can do afterwards. So, but R.J. Pollard, he was the overall high qualifier for the tournament. Um, and he was actually ahead by quite a bit. He had 1867. Zach Doty bowling right now. He was 1803. Daniel Cicadas, who was or Cicadas, I'm sorry, Daniel. He was the high qualifier through the house. He ended up with 1794. Gene Perez right here in the finals with 1786. Rick McCormick, 1780. Brad Painter, 1777. Brandon Novak, 1763. Ken Ebner, 1758. Josh Parkin, ex-Team Canada member, he had 1742. Justin Aldridge, fresh from Wright State Raiders, 1739. Brian Key was 1737. Blaine Arms had 1728. Nikki Palin put on a great show in the house portion of it yesterday and had a great run at the end of the day. Making the cut was 1707. Nolan White, 1696. Graham Falk was 1696. And Ronnie Owens Jr. was 1674, which rounded out the field. And I mentioned Blaine. And Blaine, I know you were disappointed, and you put a message out on the Facebook page that hopefully you didn't disappoint anybody by not being able to make it today. You had car troubles this morning, couldn't get the car going. I know you don't live close by. You certainly didn't disappoint anybody, and we're sorry you couldn't make it. Blaine shot 300 in Game 8 to get into the qualify for today, and then he had some car troubles. Wasn't able to make it down this morning. I had the standby here, and the standby just took in for his spot. So it kind of worked out well. Tanner got the bowl. Tanner Wysong was here and stepped in. And like I said, Blaine, I'm sorry you couldn't make it. I know you said you're going to try to make it. You certainly didn't disappoint us, and you should be proud of yourself for the way you bowled yesterday, getting into the field and shooting 300 to cap yourself into it. So, again, you did nothing to be upset about. So, like I said,
first game.
Yeah, he's going to get the first game. Gene's kind of fishing around to try to find something to carry. I saw Jason Sebastian just commented on 19 and 20 as a lefty nightmare, and this is one of Gene's nemesis pairs from time to time, but I have seen him shoot 300 on it as well. But he's bowling here. He bowls here quite a bit in these tournaments, and he shoots 300 on about every pair he bowls on. He just seems to make it happen. Guys, just a reminder, if you're watching, we do have our sweeper tonight as normal. It begins at 6:30.
What's the pattern for that one this week?
It is a junior gold pattern from Yorktown junior gold pattern. It's 47 feet, but it's very light volume. Zach is coming out firing Game 2. It's Yorktown. It's 47 feet, and I believe it's about 18 and a half mils, so it's going to hook. Yes. So it's going to be fun, though. Again, we've been averaging roughly 60, 65 bowlers every week for this thing. We do have our sponsor in place for tonight with Anthony's Timber Tree Service and Todd McGill Tournaments, both kicking in $100 or a little better. I'll probably kick in about $150 is what I usually do every week. We want to give back to the bowlers as much as we possibly can, and that's what makes these tournaments work. That's what makes the sweeper work. And like I said, we're averaging in the mid-60s every Sunday evening at 6:30. So.
If you haven't tried one yet, definitely come out and try it. It's a fun time.
Yeah, it's just a 3-game qualifier, and we cut it in half, and we do a eliminator rounds all the way until the end, until we get to the Final Four, and then we go into match play, and here we are for the finals. You know, doing the live feed like this every week, getting roughly 2,000 views every week at 10:30 at night on Sunday, which is pretty cool. So, if you're looking for something to do this evening, come in from outside. It's supposed to rain later anyway, I think. So, perfect place to be if it's raining outside. Just come in the dry. Come in and have a chance to win a little money. Maybe have a cold beer and just come in and have a good time. The tournaments are a blast. Wow, that's a terrible break.
right there.
Gene had the head pin kick all the way across the lane and into the left gutter. We have our Miss Jenna Goodman going down to get the pin out of the gutter. Jenna bowled yesterday. She was the only youth bowler that bowled in the tournament. Again, she won a hammer ripped hybrid, and she actually bowled pretty good. She was just, I believe, 20 under on the tournament, which I told her she's nothing to be ashamed of on that.
Not with this field.
Nope, this field, she ended up, I'd say, well, 43rd, higher than the middle of the pack.
Right.
So, man, she did great. That's just an unforced error on Gene right there.
I think for his last few matches, I think he definitely averaged number 250.
Oh, absolutely.